Hi everyone. In this session, we'll talk about logos layout and determining the area of the logo instead of uh, width or height. So the logos will have different length and height, different width and height, depending on the ratio. So we want to unite them using area property of TreeShade. So let's start. At first here we are talking about software act as an extension for Adobe InDesign, CEB extension, and startup script for Adobe Bridge, in addition to local server, Node.js server. You can install Node.js from here. It's created by Google and it's free. And here I'm using service to connect the local server. This tunnel in Grok service, and here I have the Node.js local server and in Grok to connect to this domain. Okay. After installing TreeShade, you need to restart Adobe Bridge, and you will have this menu, TreeShade menu. Here at top you have sub-menu that reveal template files. These files installed with the software to help you build content. You can add the files, you can remove, and here reveal this path. It's installed on the root folder after determining it, because here in TreeShade you need the root folder for your project. Inside the root folder, this folder, workshop, where you're supposed to put your project files and edit them. And there are output folders beside workshop for output. Here versions, file in PDF, version PDF. Here the PDF for InDesign document. When you save a document, you can check in automatically to auto export the output. So just always work on workshop, click here, and be assured that the root folder is workshop here. Okay, let's start. Let's create an empty project and try to add logos using the online form. Okay. At first, here inside workshop, let's create folder and let's name logos. open the folder, and here to make online form from TreeShade menu, new, then online. This actually a text file. This text file have this text as a flag to determine that this folder accept to be revealed online. So click OK. Now when you double click on this text file, you can open the online form. Yes. Now we have empty online form, and here we have the domain that we connected to a local server in the computer, and here we have the relative path to our folder. So now let's create folder for the data. Let's name logos. Okay. Sorry for this disturbing. Okay. Now let's continue. The online form load all files on your folder, and also sub-content inside any folder there. But to load a folder online, it must have paired file, which means a file that have the same name of the folder. So here we need to create text file, new text, and let's name logos. So the online form through this paired file with the folder, it will load the sub-content. This approach is important in TreeShade ecosystem logic, and the paired file used as a render structure for the content for both InDesign document and HTML page. So the folder loaded, but it's empty. Let's add here a placeholder for the logo, any file. Okay, here, if we load again, now you will have the logo, but you couldn't add more logos. To make list, dynamic list, here the end user can upload a new file for this to be replaced, but you don't have dynamic list. To make dynamic list, add at the beginning ID, write capital letters ID, then 5 random, let's write 1 2 3 4 5 random digits, and here let's add square brackets around the name so the end user can change it, because now it will consider as display part. Now let's refresh again. See, now the end user can add a new logo, can remove, and also can change the order. So it's a dynamic list. And here the label you can change. And the end user, as your collaborator, marketing team, anyone want to load the content, can select multiple files at the same time. When you select multiple times, they automatically expand. And here the label, you have the original file name. You can modify, like here. Now if we click update, the logos will be uploaded to your computer with different random IDs automatically assigned, and here you will have the display part inside the square bracket. Now we have the logos, and we want now to place in InDesign document. So let's connect. Let's create InDesign document from TreeShade menu. You can duplicate a template file, this template document, new, Creative Cloud, then InDesign. Let's name the layout. Layout, okay. Now we want to use this text file that actually paired to the folder of the logos to place in InDesign document as Dynamic Live Snippet. And here the meaning of pairing. Let's open the document. Let's lay out 12 centimeter by 12. And let's create text frame. And here logos.txt, let's open in VS Code to write the dynamic live snippet. At first, to make dynamic live snippet for InDesign, you need to write double colon Then write the relative path to the logos. We have a folder called logos beside the text file logos. So you can write / then file name, because the folder have the same name as the file. Then / then asterisk wildcard, so we can place all the logos, colon, place the method that we want to place the files, colon again, and the separator now, the separator between the placed files, \t, we want to separate them by tab, \t. Okay, let's save, and while the text cursor inside the text frame, right click on the Dynamic Live Snippet text file, then select place in InDesign, and remember that the text cursor ready inside the text frame in InDesign. Okay, great. Now all the logos placed, and these logos actually become custom anchored to prevent overset. And let's now format the Dynamic Live Snippet and add dynamic style. So at first, enter to go to a new line, and let's write double colon. Here we put the value of the style, or the name of the style, and then the type. So we can write width, let's say 20. Let's save, and you can select any object inside the snippet to select the snippet itself, so no need. You can select the live snippet by selecting the marker at the beginning that TreeShade create. It's non-printing object. It's non-printing anchored text frame, custom anchored. Or you can insert the cursor inside the content, or you can select any object. Now let's update from live snippet, update, selected. Now all the logo have the same width, 20, but different height. So we need to write here relative. You can write the word before width or after width, but you can add space between them or no. You can write capital letter, small letter, no problem. Relative width. Now the ratio will remains the same. So the width and the height the ratio becomes the same. Okay. Now we have the same ratio, but the different, when the frame changed, the image keep the same. How we can solve that? We can add object style and make fit to fit the content automatically. write new line and add object style. Let's name logo. Here the value, then the type, which is object. Abbreviation of object style. That's it. Okay, let's update. Now if you select any object, you will have that TreeShade automatically create object style called logo and assign it to the object. Let's modify logo, edit, and let's add frame fitting options, auto fit, fit content proportionally, and check anchored object options, make custom, make center, reference point, and here x relative to anchored marker, because we want each logo to be custom anchored to the marker. Okay. Now let's remove the stroke. And let's update. Okay. Now what we want to do, we want to make, instead of relative width, we want to make area. So here, despite the length and height, despite the width and height, we want the area to be 400, 20 by 20. Let's say 400. Then here just write area. You can write capital letter, small letter, no problem. But I like to make like this. Let's save and let's update. Okay, good. Now I added tab between the icons. So let's make what it's called, tabs. Let's make tabs. Before that, let's make paragraph style. New paragraph style, logos. Okay. And let's format. Align left to right. Okay, that's it. Redefine. Okay, now let's make the text frame wide, very wide, like let's say 1000, just temporary to add markers, to add the tabs here. Now the logo have area 20 by 20, and let's say so we want the space between the tabs 40. So let's add here new tab 40, and let's select repeat. Let's redefine the style. Let's say the width of the logo 15 multiply 15. 225, so let's be 225. Update. So let's make now 20, and let's repeat. Okay, let's make 30. Clear. And repeat. Okay, now what we want to add, that maybe some logo have very thin, so it will be wide. So you can add a new style or attribute, max long. So you don't want the logo to exceed a specific amount. Let's say 25, and here write max long. So max width or max height. Okay, that's it. But you need also to write a relative to keep the same ratio. Now let's update. Let's make the space let's say 25. Okay, 25. Repeat. Okay, that's it. Now we want to make baseline options, make fixed. Now the logo, it's important that the object have custom anchored custom. Okay, here let's put in the middle. There is something important in object style. In the settings of anchored object options, you need to uncheck this, keep width and top bottom column boundaries. Okay, that's it. Now let's make the max value 20 instead of 25. Let's update. The problem, I forgot to redefine the paragraph, so let's make the indent again. Clear. And here let's make 25. Repeat and redefine, because when you update the live snippet, it automatically clear the style. So let's redefine, and let's reduce the frame to the same width. Okay, that's it. Now just we want to add here, and now we have the logo. Distributed depending on the area. So if the logo is sorry, the connection losted. So it's return. Okay. So here, depending on the settings, you can set max width or max height depending on the long edge, because I write long. So despite if the logo landscape or portrait, it will not exceed 20 milli. And here the area 225. So they will have the same area almost, except if the logo is much narrow or much width. Like here, the width 20, because here we have max long. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.